Hello team, Gavin here from Growing Younger, and today's video is really about what makes James Smith PT and Layne Norton worthy of being followed on YouTube. So I'm Gavin, tiny channel, they got massive channels, and I'm going to give you some feedback around why I think you guys should follow these guys, okay? So first of all, a bit of background behind me is that I've personally been on a fitness journey myself where I've lost over 20 kilos and I've kept that off for 14 years. I'm not a bodybuilder, I'm not a powerlifter, I've not got six-pack abs or anything, but I have lost over 20 kilos and maintained that for 14 years, which is quite significant. So what I see in the fitness industry is people bagging the shit out of each other, they're slagging each other off, putting each other down. And I thought, well, maybe we could have a change of tact and build some of these people up and give people, points of contact that they can go and watch for some really good, credible advice to actually help them on their fitness journey. So the reason I'm choosing Layne Norton and James Smith PT as the first two people I'm going to talk about is because they have had quite a significant impact on the way I deliver my sort of content to my Growing Younger members. So I own or co-own a fitness studio called Growing Younger, specifically for people over the age of over 40. Most of my clients are female, and we won an award at the Exercise Industry Awards in 2020 for innovation and how we approach health and fitness for people over 40, which is pretty cool, okay? So going back to that, my aim is to relaunch this channel to kind of build off the shoulders of giants, if you were, and get out good quality information to the fitness community. So Layne Norton was somebody I started following first, well over 10 years ago. And before I discovered him, I'd been tracking MyFitnessPal before that because I just come across tracking calories and macros, and I find it to be it's just simple. It was well, I'll track my calories, and if I don't lose weight, I reduce my calories, and good to go. I learned an awful lot about that. When I became a PT and nutrition coach, what I started to do then was to teach people to do the same thing. And it was such an easy thing to teach people that it was almost too easy, and people didn't really believe it. And then they would say, oh, calorie counting doesn't work for me. And you had this back and forth, and then you get all these fad diets, ketos and detoxes and stuff like that. And it was really I lost a bit of confidence in myself being able to tell people to do that because it was such a simple thing to do, but came with a lot of baggage and it's quite confronting for people. So when I started watching Layne Norton, it kind of gave me the confidence really to stick to my guns and really sort of really understand that it is very much calories in, calories out. So Layne Norton always talks about get your protein right, get your calories right, you're going to lose weight, it's going to be fine. And he talks about it doesn't matter what diet you follow, as long as protein and calories are accounted for, no diet is superior, which is mind-blowing, especially with all the bullshit that's out there at the moment. What he does then, he's got a really cool segment called What the Fitness, so he sort of disproves lots of myths and calls a lot of people out, and it's obviously quite entertaining, but the rest of his video is extremely scientific. He breaks down recent studies, he's able to deliver them in a way that we can all understand, and he's also humble enough to be able to change tact as well. So if he believed back 10 years ago that intermittent fasting was superior to normal diet, and then he'll change his opinion based on the studies. And when you've got people like that in the fitness world, it makes things a lot easier for certainly for coaches, but also consumers as well, to be able to make good decisions about their health and fitness. So what he then has brought out, he's got his own supplement range, but he's also got a tool called Carbon Diet Coach. And Carbon Diet Coach is fantastic. I've used it myself. I prefer MyFitnessPal just because I don't need that kind of coaching, because I kind of already do it myself. But if you're somebody that needs a bit of extra help and maybe can't afford a trainer, Carbon Diet Coach, fantastic. Jump on it, and you can get it $10 a month or something crazy like that. So then you got James Smith PT, very different ends of the spectrum, very, very scientific. Potty mouth James, I love it. If you offended by swearing, don't watch him, but I actually love his approach to it. And we kind of draw some parallels. So James and I have been in the fitness industry for the same amount of time, roughly. I qualified in 2013. I know he's about the same. He moved to Australia, I moved to New Zealand. He does BJJ, I do Aikido. I know Aikido isn't shit, it's actually fine. He trains mostly females as well. And when he trains females, he kind of understands them in quite depth about menstrual cycles and all that good stuff that comes with it in different phases through the menstrual cycles, and that provides lots of really valuable information to females who are trying to lose weight, okay, because they're not outside the norm, they can still do this stuff. So what he really talks about is something called the CFD, calorific deficit, and he talks about it and makes it entertaining, way more entertaining in my videos. I wish I could just be like that, but I'm not. But he makes these really boring topics sound super funny and very, very useful for people. All right. So what I also like about what he talks about as well, he takes the basics, the total daily energy expenditure, he breaks it down, gives you really good real life examples to watch, and he talks about NEAT. So NEAT is a really fantastic thing. It's about non-exercise activity thermogenesis, and NEAT is really about how many calories you burn being active. He talks about taking the stairs, walking a bit further, skateboarding to work, all that cool stuff, right? And ultimately, if you can get that NEAT up a little bit, you are going to burn more calories, therefore you're going to be having an easier time losing weight. And it's just the same stuff I kind of teach to my clients right now. So the other thing that James Smith resources that you may be able to look at now on his YouTube channel, number 2 is James Smith Academy. So I'll leave some links down below to check that out. And he's also written a couple of books, but the one I've read in particular was Not a Diet book, and it's fantastic. Covers off mindset, exercise, nutrition, all that good stuff. So boys, if you ever pick up this video, probably you're not going to, but if you ever do and you are open to spending some time having a chat about calories and nutrition, I honestly think that you guys could share a lot of good information to my client base. We've got a fitness studio here with over 200 members, 80% of them female. We've got, Facebook page, 1,000 people, whatever. But ultimately, your guys would be really knowledgeable, and I do hope that my community sees this video so they can then go and follow you, because I know that if they can, obviously they get a lot of information from me, and if they can get it from you guys as well, it's gonna do what it did for me, was recently sort of give them the confidence to understand that it is calories, and you can take the perspectives from the scientific and the James and the funny and me, the kind of like their trainer and coach, and they can actually live a healthy life essentially, okay, which is I think is fantastic. So like I said, instead of shitting on all the other YouTubers, I'm going to try and find the ones I believe are useful and helpful, share them with you, obviously build on the shoulders of giants like I just said, and if I get a few more subscribers, even fantastic, but ultimately we can get the word out there. So that's it from me, guys. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you on the next video. See you later. Bye bye.